Welcome. You guys, I couldn't even tell. I couldn't even say. Okay. I'm back. Um, Welcome to Soul Strengthening Sessions. We are beginning our series. I have to so much about whether I was going to do this live or if I was going to do videos, but I just feel just impressed in my spirit to get this going. So I decided to do this live because I need to start getting this out because I have a lot that I want to share. So yeah, hi, surprise, I'm here, I'm live, and hopefully I switched over to my phone Wi-Fi instead of the Wi-Fi here at the hotel, so hopefully this works. But this is Pillars of Transformation. I started writing this teaching back in I want to start a video and then get cut off and start all over again, or I want to go live and not know how it's going to go. Can y'all hear me? Anybody just say yes or no, please, before I go. I heard somebody say something about my sound. Um, my live counter is still going, so it's, but can you guys let me know if you can hear me? Okay, brilliant. Brilliant. Love it. Yes. You guys, I've done live streams where my sound is off the entire time, and it's no fun. It's no fun for either of us. Okay, I'm back. So let's get going. We are getting into 7 soul strengthening pillars for transformation. So this is the season of transformation. We are in the month of new beginnings. Many of you are here. You're at a crossroads. You are on the precipice of moving into your new. Okay, so I want to equip you with everything you need. Should you never sign up for any of my one-to-one sessions, which I invite you to. I am a certified master life coach in the healing arts. This is my calling. This is my love, and I basically help you on the inner healing journey using music, movement, and art. So if this sounds like something you'd like to do with me, please visit my website, shesrestored.com, or email me at shesrestored.com, and we can set something up. I would love to work with y'all. Okay, so accurate and honest assessment of my present, part 1. You guys, I'm pretty much going to read my notes. So if you see me doing this, just enjoy. Just enjoy what I'm sharing. So if I'm to live, and if you're asking questions, I promise I will come back and watch and read them and answer, okay? So just bear with me. If I'm to live a truly transformed life, by this, I mean a life that God created me to live, I must allow myself the space to grow and transform. Most of us are old enough to have some regrets in life, some perhaps because of decisions that we made in unhealthy mental. It sound like a story. Okay, I'm back. Taking a and patient person. So I'm going to keep coming back on. You guys, I'm getting booted off. And my Wi-Fi is buffering. I knew all of this was coming my way. I'm still rocking this. Taking a self-inventory is vital to begin my own process of recovery, change, and transformation. Now, in my 5 to 7 signature process of the inner healing journey, this is step 1, to acknowledge. You guys, I do have a 5 to 7 step process that I teach in all my one-to-one sessions. Yes, this is something that I created and built based on my own inner healing journey and recovery. So I'm kind of teaching you this actually. And this is part 1, which is to acknowledge. I must acknowledge recovery. You guys, are you with me? You guys are with me? I hope you're still with me. Please bear with y'all. My internet is literally driving me insane. But it won't. It's not. It's not going to prosper. This is interference, y'all. Again, I'm not a rookie with this. Every time I need to speak or share something that is good for your soul, that is going to bless you, that is literally going to change your life, I get attacked. Whether it's my voice, whether it's my stream or my phone storage, whatever it is. But y'all, I ain't afraid of nothing. Okay, I'm back. Yes, yes, my timer's going. We got this. So as I was saying, I was talking about these struggles, right? Now, if I am to look into the mirror's image as my guide, it will lead me to my own truth, okay? So the starting point, what's inside? This is my starting point. Remember, my outward is a reflection of what's inside. So if I'm looking, oh, there it is. You guys, I have a lot of notes, so bear with me. If I'm looking for remedy on the outside, I must look within to assess where I mean the light and the love that I need. This is very important. If you don't know the light and you don't know love, and I do mean capital L love, the true love that comes from God, I'm going to struggle to get to these truths within myself. I need light and I need love to be honest with myself, to see the truth about myself, and then in turn, I have clarity and perspective to see the truth outside. Okay, super important. Many of us, because we're functioning in our woundedness, assess from the perspective of our own lack. Okay, so what does that mean? Pain, anxiety, depression, burdens, etc. And we make faulty decisions, which compounds our problem or problems, if not multiplies them, to no end. And before we know it, we're living in a toxic, vicious cycle of unnecessary madness, the exact opposite of what we're trying to attain. Okay, does this resonate with anybody? So I must learn to go inward, to rebuild my faulty foundation, to reset self on what will endure and stay in me. This is the inner healing journey, and this is what I teach. This is what I am called to do. I'm called to bind the brokenhearted. I'm called to heal the brokenhearted, I should say, bind up their wounds, and set the captives free. This is what I do in my one-to-one sessions, in my group classes, and everything that I teach and that I share. So yes, if you are interested, I welcome you to set up a one-to-one session with me, or any of my classes. It is the month of new beginnings still, and I am having everything at 50% off because in celebration of new beginnings squared. So half off, you guys, of everything. So my bundles, that goes for my artist coaching as well. So artists and musicians, if you're looking for a little help to build your dream life as an artist, then I would encourage you to look into my bundles that I have on my website. Okay, so before I move further, I need to come back here to make sure I'm not skipping anything. Okay. Anybody have any questions? I'm like, what am I trying to say? Does anybody have any questions? And by the way, I was trying to say two sentences at once. You guys, this has been the last like week and a half for me. I'm teetering into my hypervigilance again. You guys pray for me because some of it is physical, because I'm in a space where I'm trying to still get my health on track physically. Wow, that was crazy. Did you guys see that? That was wild. It looked like someone took like a photograph of our live stream. That was crazy. Um, so yes, y'all pray for me. I'm trying to remember to breathe, to take my time. It's okay. And a lot of it too is the energy. The energy in the atmosphere is, I'm very sensitive to it. This is why when the Lord puts stuff on my spirit, I do. You guys, did you say you can't hear me? Really? Okay. It says I'm back, so if you guys are still here, can someone let me know if this thing's on? Well, it's on this side. Can somebody just let me know if you can hear me or no? Crikey. So let's see, where was I? Actually, I need to know if you can hear me before I continue. So somebody please tell me. Can y'all hear me? Honestly, I don't even know if it says I'm back online, but I never know with these interruptions. I've literally been interrupted so many times. So please, somebody, let me know if you can hear me. No? Yes? Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Miss Squizzy. You know what? If I'm gonna keep going, if you guys, if this turns out to be like a complete mess, I will just do a video later. But I'm gonna try and do it. And I wanted to say hi. Hey, Leah. Can you hear me? Leah, can you hear me? Welcome, by the way. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. But someone did mention, yeah, okay, awesome. Thank you. So it is back on. And hopefully those that come on the replay will be able to see all of this in its entirety without all the interruptions that all of us here in the chat have endured and watching live. So let's get into this second part that I was going to share, which was checking my motives. I'm like, checking my live stream. Am I still on, y'all? Checking my motives. So let me explain a little bit. Where I is situated. Basically, this is the part, is that my boss told me there's like literally like around the perimeter of the entire area, there's like fiber optic cables, like they're everywhere. The problem is they haven't did the hotel and a couple of these buildings with it. So our Wi-Fi is super spotty. So, but I was told they were going to fix it very shortly. So We just patiently wait. I'm going to try again. So the second part that I was going to share is checking my motives and attitudes and mindsets. This is part of this assessment. I'm so in tune with self, my brokenness, my struggles, my hopes, my desires comes to my entire life. And this is what we're doing. We have to do this first. So much of our stagnation, I'm just going to name a few things, okay? And I know one of these is going to resonate with you. Stagnation, delay, obstacles, problems in life come directly from our obstinance, pride, unyieldedness, and lack of knowledge. Okay, again, we all struggle with issues. We all struggle with parts of self that keep us bound. Okay, they keep us in bondage. They keep us stuck. They keep us from moving forward in life. Okay, and my hope is to teach you a little bit about how to learn to, first of all, take a deep look within and be comfortable doing this, because sometimes it's not comfortable, especially if a lot of my issues, and really most of the time, my issues are rooted in some kind of trauma from either childhood or even adulthood that I just haven't dealt with, okay? But when I get to the point where I really want the life that God has for me, I really want the best in life, I really want what I know is my dream life, part of this bridge to take me into that is to be able to go into this inner healing journey of transformation. So there are certain spiritual principles that apply to daily life that if tampered with will not see the success that we hope to attain. For example, there is a law of sowing and reaping that is just as true in the natural as it is in the spiritual. Okay, so I cannot sow falsehood, for example, and expect to reap truth. I cannot sow discord and expect to reap peace. I cannot sow disobedience and expect to reap promise. So, with this said, I must address these faulty, broken, or even toxic traits, attitudes, and mindsets within myself so that I can begin to heal and recover. And as I shared earlier, to remedy what is within that needs healing. Okay, so some of the ways to look within are, I'm going to share 7. That's my number, y'all. 7 ways to look within. And I think I did title this 7, yeah, I did. 7 soul strengthening pillars for transformation. Okay, so number 1 is this. Number 1, and these are practical ways that you can begin this self-reflection, okay? And this is to prepare you for the next several weeks where I'm going to be teaching this, okay? So number 1 is this, 7-minute journal. I've shared this a lot, you guys. This is actually incorporated in my one-to-one sessions. Many of you have actually done this with me, so you already know what we do. But 7-minute journal is essentially taking 7 minutes. Now, it doesn't have to be 7. It can be whatever number of time where you just sit quietly and write. Allow your mind to release what it needs. As I like to say, to declutter the mind, to give space for you to embrace in some cases, present thinking. A lot of times our mind is so overwhelmed and overburdened with so much that I don't even have time to think about what's happening right now because it's so cluttered with stuff that I haven't released. So the journal time, which is self-dialogue, is a time for you to reflect back to yourself, as I call it, a mental mirror, to give you a real-time look at what's going on within. Okay, now this is just partial because, again, this is just my thoughts, my feelings, but there's more. This is just a quick way to kind of have that assessment. Another thing you can do is to write a life timeline. I'm trying to think of why I wrote this one. But yeah, a life timeline. So, and actually, this helps a lot when you're going into the inner healing space where you're trying to like reflect back to what you've been through, you know, sort of highlights in your life or low points in your life that you remember. Okay. So creating this timeline, life timeline, actually kind of helps you kind of assess certain periods in your life where you found a lot of growth or you found a lot of stagnation, perhaps. And there's no right or wrong way to do this. It's just taking some time, taking some paper and something to write with. Maybe add a little color and see what your story tells you. Okay, number 3 is writing a pros and cons list of any area of your life. I think for a lot of us that are maybe thinkers and maybe we don't like to get too deep about things, this is probably very good for you because it's very black and white. It's like, this is the negative, this is the positive. So that's one way to kind of have a self-reflection and a self-assessment. Number 4 is music therapy. Therapy, again, it's one of my modalities. It's one of my specialized areas of healing and recovery that I teach y'all. I haven't released this yet. I'm still kind of writing my book, but, and it's a 3-part, it's 3 books, but they're all connected. But I actually have a specific perspective about music therapy that is maybe a little unconventional. Although I do embrace and adopt some of the foundation of music therapy. But music therapy is essentially utilizing music as a form of therapy to help you on the inner healing journey, to release, obviously, trauma. That's one of the big things that I do work with and teach on. And yeah, there's so much more. You guys, I could get into this because this is a whole realm of my work. Number 5 is art therapy. So the same thing. Art is therapy, and it is one of my modalities to help you release what's going on. But you can also use it, again, as a self-reflection. And this is any type of media, any type of art. It is all therapy and it's all beautiful. Number 6 is prayer. And, okay. Number 6 is prayer and meditation. Oh, I had those flipped, but it's okay. Number 6 is prayer and meditation. So feeding your spirit, having time with God, where it's just you and God. Again, there's no right or wrong way to do this. It is essentially just having that one-on-one time with the Lord and unplugging, quieting your mind, quieting your spirit, quieting your body. And yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of things you can do for this. You can incorporate anything, really, to be honest. There's no specifics, but certainly the practice of communing with the God of the universe. Very essential, very important to help you connect with self. Number 7, last but not least, is nature therapy. We were created to be one with nature. We really were. We're so far removed from that. But nature therapy, so going outside, getting some sun, getting some fresh air, touching the earth with your hands, with your bare feet, connecting with it, going to the beach, being around water, especially running water, listening to the birds sing. There's so much beauty in nature, and it is definitely one of our 7 ways to look within and to connect within. So, now it's starting to act. No, my internet's starting to behave now that I'm wrapping up. But yeah, I hope this blessed y'all. And I will be back tomorrow for our regular schedule for Wednesday. That's our anxiety and depression support stream. And let's see. Let me see what I have for us tomorrow. Let me see if I have anything. Oh yes, we are still wrapping our series, 8 Ways to Cope with Anxiety and Depression, Default Patterns. So yes, I will be back with a teaching tomorrow. Yeah. If y'all need me, reach out, shesrestored@gmail.com. Connect with me on Instagram at shesrestored, or so now they'll leave it a sound. That's my artist and music community. If you're interested in my one-to-one sessions, go to my website and take advantage of my half-off discount for the rest of August. I love y'all so much. I'm praying for y'all. Yeah. Be well and be ready, because we are in those times. Okay, talk to y'all soon. Bye.